What's the one thing in a personal injury case that if you got that right, the rest would not matter and you could win your case? And you could not only win your case, but you could get maximum compensation, full justice. So I think the one thing would be to explain how the event, the accident, the car crash, the fall, the ceiling collapse, how that event changed your life and how it had an impact on you. Because remember, as a personal injury client, you can't really change the liability. You're in a car crash, whatever happened, happened. Now there are a lot of dash cams, there's surveillance footage. Even if you say it happened a certain way, they're gonna have a video and it is what it is. But the one thing you can change and really makes a difference is the way that you approach your damages. So the proper way to approach damages would be to make sure that you get immediate medical treatment with either a doctor, urgent care, or hospital. Get immediate medical treatment. Then also keep like a diary so you could write down how you're feeling, your symptoms, how this is affecting you. So it's not just like this cold, boring medical records, but it's actually a diary of today I'm having a lot of neck pain. It's really bothering me. I'm waking up and I'm not able to get a cup of coffee from the shelf. You know, it's more personal and you have that written down day in, day out. Then your lawyer can plug that into a timeline. Right now, there's so much software. People are making amazing timelines with software. There's even AI timelines where you could have a timeline with video, with photos. It's a 3D, beautiful timeline. We've been using them ourselves at trial, but I can't, make up the information. So I got to get it from you, from the client. So it's really essential that you keep a diary. As the case progresses, the lawyer can help be a true counselor or guide and counsel the client, let them know what doctors to go to, have the best specialists, what tests to do. Like for example, in a traumatic brain injury, they might need certain tests from neurologists or neuropsychologists or neuroradiologists, like a 3T, a 3 Tesla MRI, diffusion tensor imaging test, things like that. With a back case, a back injury, you may need also, of course, an MRI, but also pain management, the right specialists. There are a lot of pain management treatments someone can get, like a percutaneous discectomy, and that'll really help the case, but also help you to feel better. And then the important thing also is to really explain who you were before and what things did you love to do and who you are now and how your life has changed. And the way to do that is to really do a deep dive into someone's life. Look at their photo albums, interview them, interview their family members. Who do they love and what do they love to do? Who do they love is about relationships. You could have relationships with people at work, with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, with just people, your neighbors, your entire sphere of influence, your entire environment, right, in life. And then of course also, what do you love to do? And there are so many different things someone can do. There's travel, there's sports, there's reading books, other things that you just maybe are not able to do in the same way, or you can do it, but you're not enjoying it, you're getting pain from it. And what is that worth? That it's almost priceless, right? Not being able to pick up your kid, throw them up in the air, because you just can't because of this debilitating, overwhelming pain. So I think that's the number one thing that you can do. And then the rest maybe, I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but the rest kind of falls by the wayside, because in every case, there are gonna be two things that you have to prove. Number one, who is at fault, who is to blame, who is responsible, who is accountable, right? And that's about negligence. Negligence is the failure to use reasonable care. If you can show someone was at fault, then obviously, and then their fault, their negligence caused your injury. Now you've kind of like cleared that hurdle, that's done. Then you get a second trial in a lot of jurisdictions, like in Brooklyn, for example, you get two separate trials, it's bifurcated. And then the second trial is all about your damages. What is a fair and reasonable amount of money and amount of compensation for these injuries, for this, suffering, for this pain, for this conscious suffering, for this disfigurement, for this emotional, what are the emotional consequences of your injuries? and how has this affected you? So the more you could show that, the more compensation you could then obtain. So a lot of people will text me and they'll say, what is my case worth? I had this particular procedure at C5, C6. I had, for example, a discectomy, or I have a herniation at C3, C4. It's not really about that, right? One person could have a herniation at C3, C4 and do really poorly at their deposition, not be a good witness, not have any community witnesses or circle of friends to bolster or support their case, and not really have any photo albums, any pictures, not tell any story. And the jury may just not care and say, okay, it's worth 30K, for example, right? Where another person could say, look, I have the same herniation, but it really changed my life, and I have this, I was a coach of a little league team. I have my wife, I have my kids. I can't pick up my youngest son or daughter. I can't throw them up in the air. And just, I have witnesses, neighbors, friends, coworkers, and it's just completely more powerful story. And the jury could say, you know what, wow, I could really see that in me. I could really see that in my family and my loved ones. I could see how this person's life truly changed. I really think this is worth $3 million. So it's the same case. It's just the way you present it. So I think that's the number one thing, that if you had to choose one thing on how to really maximize a personal injury case, focus on that. Focus on the impact, almost like the two stories, right? How you were before and how you would have been had this crash not happened, had this event not happened, and now how you actually are because of this life-changing forever injury. So I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know what questions you have. We are here for you. All the best.